Partner Nile Fazil and I, again, will be proving to you how the American Alliance of Museums should continue to be charging admission fees to museums. So, one second. Okay. I believe it was their Harm 2 source when they were saying that when the source said that like smaller museums should, I believe it was should not cease admission, something like that. Sorry. I will kind of refute how that is like accurate, how admission fees work actually for some places, for just museums. Museums in tourist-driven markets heavily rely on admission revenues for financial sustainability. Quote, there are mega markets like in New York City where tourism drives ticket sales. The Guggenheim, for example, relies on admissions for more than 1/3 of its budget. Source is what keeps U.S. art museums running and how might the pandemic change that. Summary, tourist-heavy cities, major museums like the Guggenheim can rely on ticket sales for over 1/3 of their budget. For their Harm 3, about how it was that like there's educational opportunity like restraints because of admission fees. Again, this isn't really true because, when they were saying that, like they were asking why we think that the admission fees keep people coming back and how they think that the admissions ceasing invite new people. We already proved it by using this card, which I will repeat again, but it keeps people coming back because the more quality that you have in the museum, the more return. And so when you have the admission fees to get you that 1/3 of your money at least, you have the money to be able to keep the museum at its best. So again, free admission sparks visits, but it doesn't ensure return engagement, lessening the quality of the experience. Quote, but there's a catch. Free admission is like a spark. It lights the fire, but it doesn't keep it burning. Gallielli discovered that while free access gets people in the door, it doesn't always keep them coming back. The thrill of the freedom fades in the experience if the experience itself doesn't resonate. Source is free admission really the key to unlocking museum doors. Summary, free admission initially draws visitors, but lasting engagement depends on the quality of the museum experience itself. Again, as we've stated a couple times, their second and third harms are the same. They're both talking about how admission fees don't have, or they were saying that admission fees don't they restrain educational opportunities, but we've proved also multiple times how admission fees keep the quality of the museum running, and the free days allow the students to be able to go to the museum while still keeping the admission fees to run the museum. Their advantage 2 and 3 were also very similar, talking about how admission fees their advantage 2 and 3 was talking about how admission fees don't keep people coming back. But again, as I've proved earlier and I've proved with these note cards that I just read, again, the quality of the experience keeps people coming back. The more money that they have, considering the admission fees for the 1/3 of it, like the more, I'm trying to think of the words. Yeah, sorry, I kind of explained it, but like, if they get that 1/3 of the money, they can keep the museum running at its best. And again, the more quality they have, the more people will return. So that's all I have, so thank you.